Hey, YouTube, what's going on, baby? This your boy King Lockett, and I'm back at you again with another one of those prison stories. You know what I'm talking about? So this right here is gonna be a little different. I kind of wanted to wait until I had like different vouchers and other people speaking on my behalf when it comes to me telling this story. I actually have a clip of a brother who reached out to me from prison to actually speak on his time around me briefly, but this story is going to be based about myself and also the alpha male version of prison, being an alpha in the concrete jungle, being at the top of the food chain. I know you hear a lot of stories based on from a prey standpoint, like someone who's been taken advantage of, someone who was robbed, someone who saw the prison system from that perspective, from that angle. Then you have your guys who pretty much stayed out of the way. They was on the sidelines. They ducked and dodged and, made their moves and kind of pretty much breezed through, but they have a lot to talk about because they've seen a lot and they experienced a lot from their perspective. Then you have the predator. Those who actually preyed on the weak, those who actually was doing the killing, was doing the robbing, was very aggressive, who was actually making a lot of things happen from that standpoint and that perspective. Then you have guys like myself who pretty much split everything up, calmed everything down, set everything down, and created some type of structure and protocol and safety and guidance and instructions, you see what I'm saying, in the penitentiary. Okay, so I remember when I first went into prison, little skinny little dude, young, I think 24, turning 25 years old. I didn't know what to expect. I was nervous. I heard all the stories. I seen all the movies, so I didn't know what to expect. I just know I had to make sure that I guarded my energy, kept my inner peace, and stayed out the way. So after making it through diagnostics, I went to my first camp, minding my business, doing my push-ups on the yard, doing my pull-ups on the yard, you know what I'm saying? Squats, you see what I'm saying? Just making sure that I was building my body, my mind, reading every book I can get my hands on that was self-help to any type of philosophy, any type of psychology, body language, anything I can get my hands on that enhanced my mental. And I also kept my head in the good book, in the scriptures, whether it was the Holy Quran, Buddhism, the Holy Scriptures from the inspired prophets within the Holy Bible, and that's when I came to a lot of realization and strength within my spiritual being, myself. You see what I'm saying? I learned how to talk to the Most High real good. So, just doing my thing, just staying out the way, didn't encounter any problems or any issues, just doing me, So this one particular day, I had a few inmates approach me, and they was like, hey, what's up, King Lockett? What's going on? We want to know if you're interested in, sitting up on a panel with a group of brothers, kind of like yourself, and pretty much being in leadership here and help us out in prison from an inmate's position. I'm thinking to myself, like, first of all, what the are you talking about? Who are you? How you know me? And what are you saying? These men probably was observing me, and they was like, yo, we've been observing how you move. We like the way you move. We like the way you handle situations. I'm like, situations? They was like, yeah, this one situation, that you handled in the dorm with the Mexicans and the blacks from Atlanta. Well, I remember it was this one time in prison, one time in my dorm, it was a standoff between, something had happened between the Mexicans and the blacks, those from Atlanta, I'm from Atlanta, so it was pretty much a situation that had happened that was about to lead to bloodshed. Like, for a week straight, it was like silence, quiet, weapons sharpening, and all kind of stuff going on, and that made me feel and think a certain type of way because I'm a black man, and all black people pairing up, walking together. You got the Mexicans pairing up, walking together. It was real serious. This was a serious moment. We was at war. This ain't no war with guns and where you can shoot from a distance with your scope and beam and all this stuff right there. No, this is hands-on, close range. Like, we got to walk up on a person and stab them. You see what I'm saying? You got to walk up on them and feel them die. You see what I'm saying? You got to fight for your life. You see what I'm saying? So this was one of them type of situations. You see what I'm saying? So where things was really, really looking ugly. And me personally, I wanted to go home the same way I came in, but much better. I didn't want to get more time for killing somebody or somebody killing me. So in my mind, I was like, man, we got to figure out how to piece this thing out and get this thing under control. So it was this one particular day, I guess shit hits the fan. You know, I'm looking outside my room window because I was in my room reading and on the phone and doing all kind of other stuff. And I noticed that it was a line drawn. The blacks on one side with their weapons in their hand and the Mexicans on another side with their weapons in their hand. And they're just there like whoever crossed the line is on. They standing off, they looking at each other all crazy and mean and stuff like that. And it's about to really go down. So I just said, fuck it, man. I got up, put my boots on, tied them up. I went downstairs, I walked. So, I mean, everything is still and quiet, but you see me walking, head up, chest out. You know, I have a look on my face that you can't read. You don't know if I'm angry, upset, hurt, sad, or happy. I'm just walking. I go down the stairs, I make it to the first level. I stand up and turn the TV off, and I stand up on this we got like little bricks and stuff that we sit on. That's sort of like benches and stuff like that. So what I did was, I stood up on that, and I said, man, fuck this. And right now, and by the time I was done talking, you know, I stood on both sides of the line, 1 foot on the Mexican side, 1 foot on the black side, and I put a Mexican with a black person, and I put a black person with a Mexican and said, this is how it's going to be. You see what I'm saying? We going to do this and blah, blah, blah. Ain't nothing going to shake. Keep the TV off. Officers, y'all stay out there. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with this. It's between us and blah, 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 blah. And it was peace after that. You seen Mexicans working out. We created a buddy system where Mexicans was working out with the blacks and the blacks was working out with the Mexicans, and they was eating together and doing all this good stuff. So I guess these brothers who approached me this day noticed that and they saw that. And they seen, I guess, how I was moving because I kept peace around me and I kept good energy, I kept vibes. I mean, I had brothers coming to me like, God damn, bro, you in prison, but you walk around here like, bro, you ain't in prison, like you just not worried. I'm like, I ain't worried, you know what I'm saying? I guess my charisma pretty much radiated throughout my surroundings, you see what I'm saying? So I went on ahead and said, yeah, I agree to take the responsibility to create a better environment for all of us. You know, I wanted to be one of them brothers or one of them men in prison that if your brother got locked up and had to do some time, you wanted him to be around me. You see what I'm saying? You say, hey, man, you might need to get one of them men in there that's doing push-ups and lead you the right way and gonna keep you out of trouble. I'm the one that you would want your people around, you know. So eventually, I ended up rising up in power. I ended up rising up in leadership till I was the ultimate one that pretty much called different shots and delegated and became diplomatic with other people in different gangs and stuff like that, and created a system that we all could live by comfortably. You see what I'm saying? So it got to the point to where the warden would come in the dorm, send his little CERT team or his little jump out squad, and they would lock me down. And they would lock me down and say, you know, for the welfare of the institution, it's best that we keep this inmate locked away until we figure out who he is. For a moment, they thought I was part of some type of outside forces, mafia or something like that, which I wasn't. I was just a regular old guy, you know, that just was liked by a lot of inmates. So, you know, my mother, my family would be like, yo, why is my son locked up? What's going on? And they couldn't explain it. They going through my mail. They going through everything. And they seen that my intentions was pretty good. I remember the warden coming in my cell one day in the hole, and I'm sitting there all fro everywhere, fro on my head, fro on my face. And the warden pretty much said, who are you? And I said, hey, man, I'm just a child of the Most High God, man. I'm just tribe of Judah, man. That's all it is. What's up? You see what I'm saying? Remind me of the story of Joseph back in the day in the scriptures in Genesis when he was locked away after his brothers tried to disown him and and hide him, and he ended up going up under the Pharaoh in Egypt, and they ended up locking him away, but he ended up rising in power while he was locked away. That story is very, very relatable to my story. You see what I'm saying? Very compatible. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what happened. You know, what was made to be against me and harm me by the prison system. You know, I was thrown into prison, but I rose in power while I was there, to the point where I had no worries. So the warden was like, well, it's a problem with you, son. If my officers come to work every day and they talk so highly of you, they speak so highly of you, they talk about you the answer to the problems here. You see what I'm saying? Inmates, I ask inmates about you, they speak so highly of you. Your name is all over this place. You dress neat, your shirt tucked in, you keep a clean cut. You got the ability to take the keys from my officers because they love you so much and walk clean up out of prison. You have the power to turn people against my system, you know? So I made it clear that wasn't my interest. It's not like I got a life sentence or something, man. I'm going home one day. I'm just trying to breeze through this place and get home, you know what I'm saying? So eventually they end up letting me out of the hole. When they let me out of the hole, I already knew what was gonna come with that. The warden then at that point used to call for me to come to his office, used to send his goon squad to come get me. All the inmates used to surround the goon squad like, you are not finna put cuffs on that brother. You can walk him up there and walk him back. But my character, my integrity was on the line. So much so that these brothers loved me enough and trust me enough to know that I wasn't turning state, to know that I wasn't snitching and giving away nothing. You see what I'm saying? That I was negotiating and we was receiving a lot. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want to say no Warren's name and all that stuff because I don't know if it was legal for them to be doing what they was doing. But yeah, we negotiated cell phones. We negotiated flicks and pornography. We negotiated all type of things that, say for instance, the warden might be like, hey man, I'm trying to go on Christmas break and send my staff home as well for about 2 weeks. Can I guarantee that there won't be no violence or killing going on while we gone? And I'll say, hey, can you let some phones and stuff fly over the gate and turn your face and act like you don't see certain things when you're searching ourselves? So then it'll be a nay to certain things, and then we'll work it out, and then I'll go back and then let my fellow inmates know what's about to happen in the future, and then we all agree with it. But they knew that they can trust in me and know that everything was handled correctly. Okay, in my dorm, in any institution I was at, you can ask anybody in the state of Georgia penitentiary that was locked up with King Lockett. Say my name. That's my last name, Lockett. That was on my shirt. Lockett. King Lockett. Ask them about me. They will verify and vouch for this video and everything that I'm saying. Any institution I was at, there was protection provided from the inmates. Also, there was no stealing, no fighting, no robbing, no rape, no gays, no none of that. If a gay walked into the dorm, we would automatically make him turn around. Those are the ones we knew was gay. Now, we didn't know you was gay and you slid through the cracks. I mean, that's one thing, but them flamboyant gays, I have nothing against the homosexual community. That's you and between you and your God. But in the prison, in the institution, we have to guard our image. So I didn't want certain things around me. Out here in the free world, I can politely get in my car and drive off. You see what I'm saying? But in prison, you might be locked in a cell with situations and we don't know what's going on in there. So what we want to do is avoid all of that and we keep everything away from us. So there was no, my bad, I'm sorry, my bad. But there was no, I'm holding the phone right now. I didn't take notes. I didn't do none of that because I'm organically giving you this story and it's just going to flow better. You see what I'm saying? And it's coming off the top of the head. So I didn't write no point system of what to say and what not to say. I'm just letting it all flow right now. You see what I'm saying? I'm just giving it to you. All right? So, yeah. So there was nothing going on, zero tolerance. And if you did steal, there was incidents and stories I can tell you that brothers who did get preyed upon. And if I found out, then we was coming full force to eradicate that and get and retrieve whatever you took from individuals and give it back to them, or we were gonna beat your ass and put you out the fucking dorm, or make your ass do your time in the hole, and you would not come out, you know. So, and the wardens and officers understood that if certain things transpired like this, they stayed out of it because they knew that my judgment and my discernment and my reasoning was pretty much on point and in line with the Most High and was in line with, you know, keeping my people straight, the black and the brown people. You see what I'm saying? You know, even whites fell up under that umbrella. You know, anybody got protected. But at the same time, I really wanted my people, since we the majority in now, to make sure everything good. You see what I'm saying? Most importantly, I needed myself to go home. You understand what I'm saying? So that's really what it was. It got to the point to where I had security around me. Like, I walked to the shower, it was about 5 or 6 dudes walking me to the shower, standing outside my shower, making sure that I'm protected, making sure I'm safe while I'm in a vulnerable position. In my room and in my cell, I rarely came out. You rarely seen me come out. If I did come out, it was probably to eat or to kick shit just for a moment, probably talk to a female officer, or to regulate a brain to pain. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, you know, I never rarely had to fight while I was there, because my power and my respect, my integrity spoke for itself. But there was a couple of times I did have to knock a few people out for disrespecting authority. You see what I'm saying? So yes, this is real true story from the alpha male perspective of the prison system. You see what I'm saying? I was around many more alphas of different gangs and different walks of life and religions, from Islam to Crip Bloods to GDs to everything, you know what I'm saying? And I had the negotiating diplomatic skills to bring us all together. And we all wanted one thing: peace for our own groups and peace for our own sanity, to get home to our family. We didn't want to go to visitation with swole eyes and stab wounds and family worry and all that shit like that. So we all came together and we created a system, and we ran this system throughout the whole state of Georgia penitentiary, to where I can make calls and have somebody touch someone else, or I can check somebody's resume, or I can check and see what's going on, so I know what's going on around me. And mine was always an open book. My case, my public domain information, everything about me has always been an open book, and I love talking about it, and I love for other people to do so also. And that's why I'm making this YouTube video, because I wanted to give you another angle. See, I don't know how to tell too many stories from a beta male position. I don't know how to tell too many stories from a situation where people being taken advantage of, and it was so much killing and robbing and crazy stuff going on. Yeah, I heard about stuff like that, but around me it didn't happen, because we stopped it. There was certain situations that did transpire, but it was eradicated aggressively, full force, aggressively. It was most definitely eradicated. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the way I like to approach situations. I handle it aggressive. I don't care if I'm on the phone with the phone company, or I'm talking to somebody in public and they can become disrespectful. I'm going to immediately, aggressively, with force, let them know that I ain't nothing to play with. So that's the story from an alpha male standpoint, from in the chain gang or in the prison system. So I didn't tolerate none of that around me. And there's plenty of individuals, how you doing, sweetheart? Plenty of individuals that are vouch for this video. Plenty of individuals, from officers to inmates, that are vouch. Plenty of individuals that family members that used to call me, and then they're here in the background, me delegating situations, you know, going through different situations. And, you know, my mama used to come visit me a lot, and before I come into the visitation room, the officers, they'll just break it down to her, like, yo, man, your son, man, you know, he's a different type of individual in here, man, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know, my mom looking at me like, oh, baby, blah, 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 blah. But she don't know she's sitting in front of nothing but a force to be reckoned with, power. She didn't know that, but she quickly found out. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to share this story with you. You want to like, share, subscribe to this video. You know what I'm saying? Even now to this very day, I'm still getting calls from the penitentiary. You see what I'm saying? I still get a lot of brothers inboxing me, messaging me about certain situations, and want to know my advice, you know, my understanding on things. I still get a lot of brothers, because even in prison, there was a lot of times men used to want me to talk to their daughters, their sons, and all that good stuff while we behind the wall, and give them some type of advice and all that good stuff. So, you know, I still get that type of invite, and I still accept all of it, you know. So I want you to share this video with whoever you want to share it with. You want to leave a comment in the comment column. Leave a comment in the comment column of another topic you want me to touch up on. I'll touch up on a different topic or a different situation from my perspective and from my lenses, from what I've seen, and from my understanding and my perspective. You see what I'm saying? Feel free to do so. I will respond to your comments with the video, or I'll type it up and respond. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So this is again, you know, my perspective. You know. Oh, and another thing, I'm gonna try to bring other guys on from prison who's now on the streets, or those who are still locked up, who can actually talk about being around me, so it don't seem like it's just coming from me and I'm just self-proclaiming this image and this persona or whatever, you know, how people do. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of want to go ahead on and open this door and share this with you, because many people around me like, yo, bro, you need to tell your story, man. You need to tell your side, man. See, I can go on and on and days, on for days about my story, my perspective. I can't just feed you the entertainment that you want to hear about the craziness and all of these little stories. I have some, but my stories is a lot different. When I was in prison, my stories is a whole lot different. You see what I'm saying? From what you probably used to hearing. I'm bringing it to you from the top of the food chain. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. So until I get back with you, this video is at 21 minutes, 9 seconds. I still want to add another video to this that's about 7 or 8, 10 minutes of a brother that's a good friend of mine who actually I had on a video chat, and he called me from prison. I kind of hit him with, hey man, tell them about, you know, I had another gentleman with me, another brother with me, and I kind of wanted somebody else to speak. So I don't know if you can hear him that good or whatever, but I'm going to try to play it for you guys and you can kind of get it. And I'm going to try to get him on again so we can do it live or whatever. And I can try kind of like get him to say it again and talk about it. And a lot of more other brothers as well that's in the streets, on the streets now, and also in the penitentiary. So look, man, until next time, I want you to stay strong, stay motivated. I'm preparing to travel to the Dominican Republic right now, so I still got those stories to tell. And a lot of more other stuff. I know you see me with the Black Panthers. Yes, that's a new look. And I want to give a shout out to Grandmaster Jaden, NFAC leader. Hey man, keep doing your thing. I'm gonna do a video of my of what I think about that brother. And I know my thoughts don't matter, but I'm gonna give my point of view in just a minute. I may do it tonight or in the morning. All right. So man, y'all stay strong out there. Stay peaceful. Stay positive. Like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Help me get my subscribers up. Help me get my lights up, man. I'm trying to get y'all something new and something different. All right? Peace. Take it easy. Be strong.
Like you say, you grow, you progress, you get older. It ain't about that shit no more. It's always you can get it. But we progress. You know what I'm saying? Just like you. That shit in there right now, bro. You finna be home, homie. That shit ain't nothing but food for thought. I'm sure you got plenty of time and you still got time to think about how you gonna get out. But when you get out, and it's coming very, very soon. When you get out, fam, just like this nigga did, you gotta hit the ground running.
But yeah,
you gotta hit the ground running, fam. Ain't no time, ain't no waiting for handout, none of that bullshit. Hit the ground, motherfucking running, my nigga.
See, motherfuckers don't believe that. When they be telling the story, like, yeah, man, chain gang. See, they ain't never heard that story before about how motherfucker. I didn't want to do the shit. Tell them, bro, they had to make me do this shit. Like,
he had to make him get on counter. He came with matter of fact, we came to Calhoun together.
Yeah.
He put him in a hole about a week or two. He came out. They ain't even know brother got down. Was they bro? I the one told them that. They embraced him and shit was crazy. I don't want to do this, yo. But he like, fuck it. He just went ahead and ran with it. Bro ran the whole chain and then Calhoun. And shit ain't go down, or shit ain't get moved unless bro say it. And it was just straight like that. He had the final word on everything. Everywhere he go, he had like about a whole dorm full of G's riding. There's no if and buts about it. Bro ran the chain gang. It was my dog. I was fucking with him since day one.
Hey.
We had a nigga calling us hey, remember Buddy was calling us the Super Cookie Crew?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but shit, you know, bro ran the whole chain gang.
But I ain't go to the I ain't go to the shower by myself. None of that shit.
Man, he ain't go, man, look at him, man. If he was just going to a water fountain, they would look at him, oh, what you doing? I'm just going to get some water. And they'll go get cold water for him. They'll go warm his food up at the little hot water thing. You know, if he wanted to, goddamn, he was in a 2-man cell upstairs. If he wanted to come down and watch the game, watch TV, he had 4, 5, bros standing around him while he's sitting there, but he had bros all around the range and everything. Man, he was running up on him, what?
That's real.
Beat the death in that bitch. Someone running up on, bro.
But look, bro, look. I ain't never get arrogant or nothing, man. Cocky, I kept that shit humble. Look, and then C-Pope right here. Go ahead, bro.
No, he ain't never get arrogant. One thing about him, with every organization, they well rectified everything and kept everything on a smooth platter. Where everybody, you ain't had all that bullshit. So everybody was coming, whether you was civilian, Muslim, GD, Crip, Blood, or whatever, everybody was cool and comfortable. And the dome just rolled. And bro was like, look here, from dawn to dawn, this how they gonna go down with the dawn roll. Motherfuckers ain't got to feel scared. You can come out, you can make money, you can do this and you can do that though.
Yeah, everybody trying to just roll on you, just roll
Hey,
on.
but real talk, the brother that talking now, bro was really my counsel, man. He used to keep my head straight. I get frustrated, bro, right here, man. That's why I can pick up his call like this. That's why I can talk to him. That's why I can call him and fuck with him.
Yeah.
Cause Holmes used to keep my head straight. I used to be frustrated as
Somebody
fuck.
need to keep his fucking
From
head
dealing with all the
straight.
women I had in Chain Gang and dealing with all the problems in Chain Gang, man. I used to be frustrated as hell,
He had
man.
a lot on his plate, man. He had a lot of, I mean, he had to deal with his bros. He had to deal with a whole bunch of people. You know, sometimes his bros get on his nerves and we'll talk about this, that, and the third, and how we can make a change.
That part that will come with it, but yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
that come with it, but you
man.
know, I didn't want to take the responsibility.
Nah, he ain't
I swear to
to your
God, I swear I didn't want to take the responsibility, but I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to go home, man. But hey,
right now.
no, he's
Where he at
somewhere
now?
else. Man. I don't know. We don't want to say where he at right now because I'm recording.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
not finna say all that.
But he's somewhere, goddamn.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later.
We leave it there.
But yeah, man, you know. But yeah, bro, that's what's up, man. Hey, it's good to goddamn have a moment with somebody who actually rode with me in that bitch. Cause a lot of motherfuckers be want to know how I was in the Chain Gang. I don't have motherfuckers say gay shit like you probably fucking with Punch. You probably did. I'm like, man, bitch, what?
Everybody gonna try
But
to say
motherfucker, but everybody gonna say, look, everybody know to say that's like some go-to shit when you know a motherfucker been in the Chain Gang.
I'm gonna say that so when you post this and you see all that, any nigga talking my dog will mess around with a boy, that's a brother. We don't rock like that. Them thoughts don't even cross our mind like that.
Hey.
You know, we see them and they go the other way.
Right. Them motherfuckers get the fuck on when they see us.
Hell yeah.
That nigga presidential and then he ain't gonna work shit,
I don't care
bro.
if you a nigga or a broad or whatever, man. Erase that thought out your head. My dog don't rock like that. I don't rock like that.
Hey man, but real talk, you already know that even in the situation you come home in March, that's good, it's beautiful.
Man,
but
he
you
ain't
already
got
know,
no time,
you already
bro.
know to tell motherfucker your bro Keen Lockett, goddamn. You already know because
Man,
give me a phone call.
You know, I be telling niggas about you. I said, boy, my partner ran goddamn Calhoun, boy, came Lockett, boy, Ben, y'all better ask for this nigga statewide. What is wrong with y'all?
Hey, look,
Y'all niggas, hey, and you know, it's a lot of dudes. These dudes here ain't no count over here, boy. These niggas here just they need a nigga like you.
A lot of young boys and shit.
Man, no matter if they young or old, it's just
Around the bullshit.
so what you say?
in every area.
So what you say, man? So did I have the women while I was in Chain Gang or not? I mean, what you think, man? You think I had to? What about the officers and shit?
Man, there's 365 days in a year. The leap year, you got that extra 66.
Yeah, that's the fucked up, man.
I'm trying to see if you had 2 bitches a day.
Hey,
I'm trying to see if you had goddamn 2 bitches a day, so add that up.
what about the officers? What about the officers that was in that bitch? You know, with the
You
female.
had them too. Man, you had them hoes goddamn butting their heads against the wall looking crazy. Nigga, you had me goddamn delivering messages in the whole delivery.
Yeah, I had bro delivering message, man. Go take this to Shawty right quick. Cause look, I'm too busy to holler at her, but I see she choosing with that uniform on. Going to holler at her. She know you rocking with me. Remember when Power came in the room trying to wrestle and shit, man?
Hey, oh, make that face with power to me. she was fucked up in the eye. Oh man, that nigga, boy, nigga made me think about me power crazy ass.
Yeah. Miss Power, you know, I got out, man, and hollered at Miss Power, man. She cool, man, cool people, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm glad you're doing good, man. I had to hit you up on this day, man, because a lot of folk be trying to ask questions, like, you know, and I don't like to talk about myself a lot of time, man. You know.
But you know one thing about it, man, you can't lie about a real nigga. If you was there, if I was there and I'm sitting up here telling some bullshit, but I'm a goddamn fake ass fuck nigga.
No.
I'm sitting there and lie about a nigga.
I mean,
I don't speak about a dude, but what's the truth or what's the truth?
Yeah.
And you can't change the truth, man.
That nigga just spit some blood raw shit right there, bro.
Yeah, blood raw shit.
That was some blood raw shit there.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah.